welcome to the Forward Podcast, where we have an awesome episode for you this week.
It's going to be fun.
Yes, it's already started out with a bang since this is our second take. And we so rarely do second takes.
Ever.
We usually
but
just
we
click
were not
and go.
set, and we were not we were not ready at all.
Well, someone doesn't know how to give subtle hints.
Are you talking about me? Look, woman, I tried the best I can. I tried the best I can, all right? You married me. You said I do.
Listen,
here I am.
We're going to let that one go for this week, but I will be bringing it up in another episode.
Hey,
anyway.
you got to have fun sometimes, right?
Yeah, we're going to have fun this week because we just came out of revival at a church that you preached, and we're going into revival tomorrow at our church. So we've just been in church a lot, and we've been deep and very philosophical lately. So we said we need a fun episode tonight.
Yeah,
we need something lighthearted.
I'm pretty sure everybody care has been there where it's you entertain, you're around people so much, you talk philosophical questions, theological questions,
Counseling.
you're helping, then you counsel on top of that. You're always in this mode to where, Gary and I came tonight and we have great topics all lined out, and we both looked at each other like, there's no way we can tackle this tonight.
I just can't be very deep. I can't. It's not in me.
It's not going to work.
I don't have it today. We got to save something for tomorrow when we go to church.
Yes. So what we're going to do is Carrie and I are going to play a game. It's not a game. We're going to answer some questions, this or that. And we've kind of got 3 segments. Each of these segments are going to get a little bit deeper, a little bit harder. But I would encourage anyone who is dating and or married, and if you've been married a day to, let's say, 78 years, you need to do this with your spouse, because you'll have a lot of fun. You learn a lot. You can guess about each other. But we've got some choices to make tonight, Carrie. So we're going to start. This has got to run a little bit faster, especially this first segment here. Okay. Ask each other some questions, and let's kind of go back and forth. So fun and fast. Here we go. This or that. Would you rather have coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Why?
Oh, I didn't know we had to back it up with an answer. I don't know. I actually like both. I do like tea as well, but I typically
prefer
choose
coffee for sure.
Yeah, what about you? Do you have to say it too?
Yeah, sure. Coffee for sure.
Okay.
Tea's great. I love sweet tea. I hate unsweet tea. And then for a little while, if I have to get off of coffee, I will like a hot tea. But besides that, no, coffee for sure.
I feel like we're both, okay. This is funny. Our personalities, like I'm reading through this and I'm like, we're going to be
the same.
No, I feel like we're going to be opposite on most of them.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Road trip or flight. Sorry. Stop for a second.
You just said road trip.
Road trip. Go. Okay, what's your choice? Road trip or road trip? Road trip or flight?
Flight.
Road trip or flight? Yeah. If it's just with you, flight. If it's with the whole family, road trip.
You can't qualify. You just gut. Just go with your gut.
Here's my gut.
You can't be like, if, then, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, what? Are you making up rules now?
That's not.
I printed these out. Thank you. I can go for it. Okay. Road trip or flight?
Flight. You?
If.
No.
Just joking. I'm going with flight.
Okay.
Early bird or night owl? Early bird.
Night owl. We're going to start being
100%.
Yeah. I'm actually shocked you said flight.
I love flying with you. I do, but I love flying with you.
Why do you keep saying that? You don't like flying with anyone else?
No. They're all stupid.
Our kids are going to be listening to this when they grow up.
Oh, sorry, kids, but not really. Okay.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Salty. We're so opposites. Camping or hotel?
Oh, my word. Okay. Hotel for sure. But would you pick camping?
No, I would pick hotel.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. I wouldn't mind camping, but if gun to my head, I'm going to go with a hotel just because
let me tell
running
you,
water.
Remind me later. I saw this Instagram post. Some people camping. Yeah, it was
miserable.
Very.
We're not big camping people.
No, we're not. Hoodie or flannel?
Oh, flannel.
I'm going to go with hoodie.
I knew it.
Yeah. Beach or mountains?
Duh. Beach. Mountains for me.
Would you pick mountains?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
What about to live?
You can't do that. You can't.
I want to play the game.
Qualifying everything.
Okay, but pretend like we didn't ask that. If you had to live on the beach or in the little cabin in the mountains or little shack right on the beach, go.
Man, that's hard.
Wow, really? Okay. I'm
Yeah.
going beach every time.
Mountains.
Okay, wow. A text or a call?
Text.
Oh, 100% text.
Yeah.
When people call, never mind. There might be people.
Yeah.
Might be people who listen to this like, I would much rather take a text
will never
for sure.
ring again.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Here's the game. It says, what do your answers say about your personalities? We're awesome.
Yeah. Well, that's the short. It's just funny how opposite we are. It's like we are always picking. We're the same on a few, but mostly we go the opposite way.
Yeah.
How are we married? That's crazy.
I think that's why God put us together, though, because it's like, oh, you're okay and you're okay, but together, watch out, world. Watch out.
But how do we get along when we don't agree on anything?
We both do give in very well.
Yeah.
We've been around couples that fight and argue over every little thing.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh, okay.
I think, too, both of us are easy to please. Like, I would choose probably a mountain vacation or a mountain getaway, but I would also not mind a beach or a city downtown, or like, we like everything. It's like, I'll do whatever.
Do you think I'm easy to please?
I do. Well,
no, you can't back up. Next segment. Here we go. All right. Here's Deeper was so fun. Okay. Sunday nap or Sunday night hangout?
Sunday night hangout.
Sunday nap for sure.
So funny.
When we change our services to Sunday afternoon, it is kind of fun to hang out Sunday evenings, but most of the time we're in church. So, and so should everyone else be in church on Sunday nights. Okay. Surprise date or planned itinerary?
Surprise date.
Planned itinerary. Amen.
So funny.
And all God's people said. Okay.
It's like they knew us.
Teach a class or preach a sermon?
Teach a class.
I love. You don't like preaching a sermon?
Actually, I'll go with preach a sermon.
Girl, you get it. You let it rip. Okay. Worship leading or behind the scenes?
What are you going to say? Really?
Worship leading or behind the scenes?
Like musical.
Oh, leading worship? Oh, yeah, for sure. Behind the scenes. I was not reading that right.
Yeah.
What would you rather do? Would you rather lead or?
Leading, yeah.
Yeah. You're good at it too. You do a great job.
I don't like really being behind the scenes in any capacity.
Oh, there's some.
Like?
You'd like to come in and just everybody stare at you and be like, oh my word, there she is.
No, I don't want anyone
there's that girl. Take a picture.
staring
Hurry.
at me.
Get her autograph.
I just don't. Yeah.
Anyways,
moving on.
Yeah.
I'm more of a scene person.
Yeah, for sure. It's not a bad thing.
No.
Hosting people or attending events?
I know what you're going to say.
Attending events.
We're both going to say attending because we can leave whenever we want. When you host, you're just stuck to the last dog is dead.
Yes, that is so true. Schedule everything or go with the flow?
Go with the flow.
Schedule.
Counseling or admin?
Used to be counseling. I'm more in admin work now.
Yeah.
I enjoy it a little bit more. I think counseling, I don't mind counseling, but man, Care, we've done a lot.
Counseling gets dark.
Over the last 19 years, yeah.
It can get dark.
It can.
I'm probably half and half.
Sure enough. Leading together or... Leading together or separately?
Together.
Leading together. Oh, for sure. Anything I can do with you, I'm going to do with you.
Yeah.
So everybody, I want you to take this test, take these questions, and start asking somebody else. Ask your spouse. Yeah. If you're dating somebody, these are good to ask.
This is a good dating set of questions.
For sure.
How have our differences helped or challenged us in our marriage and ministry? And this is funny.
That's good.
Because today you were saying it was nice that I had grown up in ministry and had like some of the experience of, being a preacher's kid. And then you hadn't. So you said it was nice that one of us had and one of us was kind of had some fresh perspective too. And I totally agree with that. I think our being opposite in ministry does help us because there's bases I can cover that you wouldn't think of. And then there's things that you always see that I'm like, oh, maybe I've been in this a little too long and I forgot that. It's really important for that, perspective.
Right. So let's pause right here for a second. So help us out in how as married couples do you not get stuck in that mode where your opinion really is so big now?
Like in your marriage?
Marriage, yeah, I would say marriage, because I feel like this is where people get stuck. Like, oh, you're salty and I'm sweet, and you know, I don't know. They almost argue over the minute, the little bitty ticky tack. Like all these are so ticky tack. Like okay, so you like camping, I like a hotel.
Yeah.
How do you not get so stuck on your opinion to where you really can lean into the other person? We've been married next month 19 years. So 19 years, and I'm pretty sure we're not stuck in that arena yet, are we?
Of like nitpicking?
My opinion matters. Like, you're not a big sports person at all.
No.
But I'm a huge sports person.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we get along in that area? Because we've met a lot of couples that they fight and argue over this a lot.
Yeah. I think people get like really... I think they just worship their own opinion and stick to it so hard is because they really think it's the only one that's right. And I just didn't grow up that way. I didn't grow up with a mindset. I don't know why. I've just never been like, my opinion or this is the only right way, with the exception of like my foundational spiritual beliefs.
Right.
But even those are very few. Like I just don't think there's like absolute truth in a lot of preferences.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think it's like...
Or almost any of them, yeah.
Yeah, like there's foundational truths from the Bible that I believe about, like eternity, you know, your soul, salvation, things like that. But other than that, like church methodology, even methodology in marriage and parenting. You know, I had somebody the other day close to me ask me, you know, my method of discipline, and we didn't agree. But I wasn't upset. I didn't come home like, I can't believe she wouldn't agree. Like, I don't care if you do that. Like, it's fine.
Right.
Like, do your thing. If that works for your family, great. I'm not going to do it. But like, I just have that mindset of like, there's more than one right way to do things.
Right.
In a lot of situations. I think that's bled over into our marriage, is that like when you have an opinion about something, even if I'm like, I wouldn't really do it that way. Like, why did you throw the remote away? I don't know why you did that, but it's okay.
Well, why? Why would you say that? We are on air. Now the whole world knows I cannot find the remote.
My beautiful frame TV is
I
just
know. Y'all
off.
jump on YouTube and look at our TV. This is the weirdest thing. Last night we're cleaning up. Why are we cleaning up, honey?
Oh, brother.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, you want to throw it at me? Here we
I
go.
left the house to go witness the gospel to people, and you get mad because I didn't have it spick and span when you got home. I had to go preach the gospel.
I was moody. Anyways, I'm cleaning up, and I don't know what I did with the remote.
It's gone.
And I know I had it. I put it up. If you're watching this, I put it right there, and I even went tonight in the garbage. Check through. I looked at I've looked. I don't know what happened to that. That thing is gone. I'm going to order a new one.
Oh, so now we have
anyways.
an ugly TV.
Why did we get on
I
that?
was just saying my opinion is not always right. But then
you're
that,
so mean.
it is.
Anyways, I do feel like the older I get, the more I mean this, like the hills that I am willing to die on get fewer and fewer.
Yeah.
They get a loss. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
I remember 20 years ago, I will never, and I would, and I'm like, man, it is a moving goal all the time.
Yeah.
Like it is. There's just very few things. I have an opinion. We all have opinions about everything.
Yeah.
Everything that we're talking about here. I think this is why this is so good. Like, okay, you go to bed a lot later than I do, and I get up earlier than you do.
Yeah.
But we both get 8 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like 7. Get choked up over that. But we both get 8 hours of sleep.
Thank you, Lord.
So,
well, I don't often get 8 hours of sleep. I probably should. I need to do that.
You don't think you do? Yeah, you really don't.
I know I don't.
It's because we have to get out.
But I don't like to sleep. Let's not even open that topic.
Okay.
I just don't love sleep. Anyway.
All right, here's our next question.
Yeah.
To sleep or not to sleep?
No. On to the
That
next.
is the question. Here we go. Psalms or Proverbs?
Proverbs.
Psalms. I can't believe you picked Proverbs. That's
Why?
interesting. I don't know.
I love Proverbs. It's
I love
the best.
Psalms. The Psalms is the best.
It's so dramatic.
You're so opinionated.
It just makes me it's so emotional.
It is.
Like you
but
read a couple
always
Psalms and you're like, oh, this is taxing.
I know, but
It just
Proverbs
feels spent.
changes every verse.
That's why
Like,
I love it.
a wise man, a dumb man, a foolish man, an awesome man.
You
like
don't get
every
bored.
verse
You can read the whole book and you're not bored. It's the best.
Solomon, he must have been like two personalities.
He was ADHD.
He's like, He's like, keep your mouth shut. No, speak up. No, never mind. Just
that's why I love it.
You might see him. I'm like, dude, get it together. Okay, Paul or Peter?
Oh, that's tough. I mean, that's tough.
Peter for me.
Yeah, I think
I
Peter
just love
too.
the guy.
Again, Paul was just a lot.
I mean,
but he was a lot.
He was the man.
He was, but he was a lot.
I always feel bad for Peter because he gets such. My whole life, he got such a bad rap. Then when I started preaching, I'm like,
this guy was the bomb.
He is like every Baptist preacher out there, and they just couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Now I know because we're all like Peter more than we think.
Listen, Peter's the only one besides Christ himself who walked on water.
Yeah.
Like that alone, nothing else matters.
So cool. And he was so competitive.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
He was cool.
And he submitted to Paul when he needed to. Okay, worship music or Bible study?
Bible study for me.
Yeah, Bible study.
I do love worship music at church, like singing congregationally with people. I don't often listen to a lot of music on my own. So
Isn't that weird that you have a music degree and yet you're not big into music?
I don't love music.
I play music all the time, nonstop, every day. When I'm in my office, my car, in here, getting ready, I listen to really music, classical music mostly, all the time.
Yeah, it's too much. I don't know. It's too much for me. I do love music, but there's not enough. I'll tell you why I don't love music. Here's why. There's not enough of what I like in one place. So I'm constantly changing the album that I'm listening to. Like I can't just put on an album and listen to the whole thing. I can't do it.
No, you can't.
I just like a one or two songs off it, and then I got to switch. So it's just too much work. So I just put on podcasts or books and listen. Yeah.
And you do.
Or
you
the
listen
Bible.
A lot. Okay, so worship music, prayer walk or prayer journal?
Prayer walk.
Journal.
I knew you were going to say journal.
Yeah.
You're such a journaler. Is that a word, journaler?
I think so. I don't know. I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I am.
You're very good at that.
I love
have
it
a
every
journal that I wrote in 2009, and I haven't written a word since.
Have you not?
No.
Carrie.
No, absolutely not.
I hate that though because like one day I'll be able to pass down dozens and dozens of notebooks for no one to look at. They'll just throw them all away.
Babe, I have a whole Marco Polo app. Y'all have days.
Hundreds of pictures on Instagram.
Days of my physical recording to my mom and sisters and all my friends. You can access those at any time.
I don't think I want to.
You do not.
Crystal scares me. Okay. Spontaneous obedience or slow discernment? Spontaneous? Oh, my word.
What is wrong
Spontaneous obedience or slow discernment?
Discernment.
I
know. Slow obedience.
You mixed up.
And spontaneous discernment. I think spontaneous discernment is way more my vibe, though. Like, I'm going to have to mix those.
Yeah, that's true. Probably slow obedience for me if you mix them.
Yeah.
Okay, faith over fear or wisdom over worry?
Those are the same thing.
Faith over fear or wisdom over worry?
I don't know. I don't like that one. I feel like those are the same.
Yeah.
Like it's wise to have faith.
I think faith over fear. I'm not fearful of very many things, but I do worry.
Do you? Oh.
I'm worried about you, babe.
You should be.
No. Yeah. No. I mean, I'm concerned. No, I can't even say that. There's things that I worry about for sure.
About me, really? Honey. What?
No, I don't worry about you. Why would I worry about you?
I don't. Well, you said it.
It was a joke.
I have faith.
Do you worry about me?
No, don't worry about you.
I don't think you really worry about a lot of things.
No, I'm not a worrier. It's too much.
Biggest fear. Go.
Spiders.
Okay, about life.
Spiders.
Oh, my word.
No, biggest fear is one of my children being abducted. For sure.
Yeah, that is a scary one.
Yeah, that's like,
Man.
even if they were even if they passed away, like, you know what happened and there's closure there. Like, a child being taken and you never know what happens to them. Like, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
What's your biggest fear? That one?
No.
Oh.
We have 5 kids. If we lost one.
Oh my word.
No, probably losing you.
Aw.
Yeah, I'd probably say I don't have a whole lot of fears. Like I said, oh no, and just God's been so good to us. Has he not?
Yes.
Been so good.
Yeah.
Okay. Share one of your this or that answers that helped your spiritual walk or changed over time. What's something that changed over time?
I think for me, it would probably be Bible study. Like, just as I've grown in my spiritual walk and even just, aging, just realizing how much Bible study is so much fun and it's so interesting to me. Whereas, like, growing up, it was always a habit, and you're like bribed to do it. Like, oh, if you memorize this many verses, you get a prize at class, and that's all. It's good. Like, teachers and parents taught us the Bible and encouraged us to memorize it and study it, and it was all good.
Yeah.
But it was always for a different reason other than just what it's for.
Yeah.
And now, like, I love studying the Bible. I love digging deep. I love listening to podcasts about the Bible. It's really neat now too, like even on other podcasts, big ones like Tucker and Rogan and all these guys talk about the Bible. Even if they don't believe it spiritually, they talk about it in a historical sense. And I love even hearing how they're viewing it, through that lens too, because the Bible is a history book. And so even though it's profitable in so many other ways, I do enjoy hearing the historical side of it and how it has played into human history as well. And I just think, like, it's just one of the bigger joys in my life is to have this book that is so supernatural, yet so ordinary in my life. I can't imagine not having 5 Bibles laying around the house. It's just cool. It's like this secret power that we have.
You grow in it.
Yeah. And until you really understand how much we don't get it, that power is really concealed.
Yeah.
And then, man, once you start studying, you're like, wow, we have a really powerful source to lean on.
So good, Karen.
Yeah. What about you?
I do. I think my journey has been a little bit the same, kind of the same for you. Just growing in Christ. I think I've grown or changed in my liberty in Christ. I really do. The more I fall in love with Christ, the more I realize he gives me the liberty to live a joyful, incredible, happy, fear, less joy-filled. I was trying to think of another word. It's not coming to me. Anyways, just a life that is so joyful in him.
Yeah.
It's so happy. It's peaceful. In the end, we know we win.
Yeah.
Like, we have heaven to come, and yet look at how blessed we are. Like, I think the older I get, the more I realize he is really all that I need to be sustained and just live this most incredible life.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's incredible.
But it took a while to grow in that.
Right.
I used to be so, task and list oriented in my Christian walk. I got to check this off. I got to do this. If I don't do this, oh my word, I didn't read through the Bible in a year, I fail. I didn't journal today, I fail,
Yeah, you're focused on everything you didn't live up to.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And that is a rat race. That is just a hamster wheel that you can never get off of until
there's
begin to realize, Christ has freed me. No, it's okay. Christ has freed me from all that.
Yeah.
Definitely grown in those.
Somebody said the other day, I can't remember what it was, someone was teaching at the church and said, who was that? Said, we tend to think like God uses us if we have like this high point in our lives. Like, I especially think of ministry people, our church got up to, 500, or what we used to run 2 buses in that neighborhood, or, whatever. And he said, if that falls away, or if we don't continually hit this mark in our minds, we think like, oh, well, God used me back when I was in my 30s, and boy, that was an awesome time. And then God discarded me, and this teacher said, like, you're not disposable. Like, God doesn't just use you and then dispose of you. And I thought that was such a good point.
Was that me? Did
I
say that in my message? Yeah.
I don't feel like
Not
it
those
was. I just thought I pictured myself in like a different class than usual.
Was it really good? Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. It probably was.
No,
but anyway,
no.
I just remember
Yeah,
thinking
good.
like I love that thought.
Yeah.
Because we do tend to think like when we reach this pinnacle in our own minds, like, oh man, I really did a great job at that. God really used me. But then so many times people will say like, oh, this, you taught this lesson 2 years ago and that really has stayed with me. And I'm like, oh man, I thought I did terrible on that. So like even at our weakest points, God didn't dispose of us. He didn't discard us. Like he's still using us.
I love it.
Yeah, I love that too.
So good. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. I know this has been a really fun episode, and thanks so much for all the 5-star reviews. If you haven't done that already, make sure you do it. You can jump on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Just want to thank Kristen. She is so amazing each and every week, running a lot of our social media. So, Kristen, huge shout out to you. You are a massive, massive blessing to Carrie and I. And I've never even been on our TikTok. The other day, I jumped on our email, was checking some things, and all these comments on TikTok. Do you have a TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, anyways, Kristen, thank you so much. You do a great job. And thanks to everybody who tunes in every week, gathered around the shepherds for a conversation. Hope that we're a blessing to you and a help. We answered several questions this week that came in. So if we can ever be a help and blessing to you, that's why we do this podcast.
Absolutely. So ask each other these questions, see what you get, and have a great week. We'll see you next time.